Okay, well, I'm standing on one of the bridges in Sean Walsh Park, and I'm about to introduce you to John Kybert. Now, I know you've already met John over the last couple of weeks as part of the cleanup operation along the Dodder, but I'm here today to introduce him again because this time he's going to talk about forests, tiny little forests. And I'll let him explain a little bit more about that in just a minute or two. But he's going to appear behind me now. You are going to appear behind me, John, aren't you? You're the driving force behind Litter Mugs, who along with Dodder Action have been cleaning up the river, the Dodder in particular, but the Whitestown stream, which is just below us here, and many places along those two rivers. But today we're here in Sean Walsh Park because of a different project that you're involved in. So tell me about what we're doing here.
Well, we're just checking out the sites for 3 stepping stone forests that we're going to plant just up the way from the bridge here in collaboration with South Dublin County Council. They're providing the preparation materials, which is the wood chip mulch, providing the trees and shrubs, and the Litter Mugs and Dodder Action are providing the volunteers to actually plant these small forests.
Beautiful. And as I look in that direction, John, I can see the 3 different areas that you've already prepared. So when is the planting going to take place?
The planting has to happen, because we're using bare root trees and shrubs, the planting has to happen in the dormant seasons, which is basically between October and St. Patrick's Day in the middle of March. You're wasting your time if you try outside of that, because you can't be guaranteed that you're going to have enough rain to get them established.
Okay, I understand. Let's take a walk over there and talk a little bit more about it, okay? And you can fill us in and share all your wonderful knowledge with us, okay?
Right, that won't take long.
Okay, John, so we're here in Sean Walsh Park, standing at the area that these 3 stepping stone forests will eventually grow. Tell me how the whole idea came about and your involvement in it.
Well, the whole idea came about from, I was doing some research on forests and trees, and I came across this Japanese guy. He's a world-renowned botanist, Akira Miyawaki, and he has a method of planting trees, native trees, very densely in the proper environment. And not long afterwards, I was watching the county council guys cutting areas of lawn in the local park. There were huge tractors and cutting equipment, and I said, what the hell is going on? They're spewing out all the CO2 to maintain an area of basically green desert. So putting Miyawaki's method into the frame, I said, why don't we just replace a lot of this lawn with these dense forests? I call them stepping stone forests. Because they are oases of biodiversity in the environment, and one leads to the other. In this particular case, there's 3 in a row, but they wouldn't necessarily need to be that close together. So I put it to the council, and to my surprise, they said, okay, we'll give it a trial. And we had 45 volunteers helping prepare the soil in advance of planting the trees in the dormant season, which is October to March, which is coming up. And then the second element is that we'll do these in schools, because schools are protected environments, and it'll help to give kids an appreciation for trees and for nature, and it'll be right on their doorstep. It's a safe environment for the kids to be exposed to this kind of thing. So we're proposing to do between 8 and 10 this, again, in the dormant season, between October and March.
Okay, John, but in this case there's obviously a cost involved. Like, you can't just grow a forest without spending money somewhere along the way. So where does the finance come from?
Well, the real beauty of this is because we're using what are called bare root trees, which are just basically whips. They're really cheap, so basically maybe 150 per plant, per species. And we're getting funding from local businesses. So we're trying to match up a local business with a local school, and they will fund the forest, and there'll be a sign with their logo on it, and there'll be photo opportunities, whatever. But I mean, basically the cost per school is €1,000, because going to pay for the wood chip, much going to pay for the trees themselves and the shrubs, and then a bit of signage just as a marketing to tell people what's on the site, what kind of plants are likely to find.
And on the subject of sponsorship, what kind of companies have become involved to give you the money?
Well, the first one to step up to the mark was Tadhg Reardon Motors. And Tadhg Reardons have been great supporters of Tallaght Community Council, which we're doing this under the auspices of TCC. And then we had the Maldon Hotel, the local Maldon Tallaght, Henkel, which is a big multinational company that's up off Whitestown Way, and Tallaght West Credit Union and Tallaght and District Credit Union. So they've all stepped forward, and at the moment we're in negotiations with two big companies who will come in with quite significant funding, we're hoping.
And as far as the schools are concerned, have you spoken to many of the schools, and are they receptive to the idea?
I've spoken to 10 schools, and it's 100% strike rate there. They're all interested in it. They all think it's a great idea, and they all want to be involved. Our constraint will be just manpower, because we're doing this as volunteers. So, and we have quite a narrow window of opportunity to actually plant them.
Well, thanks again for watching Wildlife Wednesday, folks. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you did, I'd be grateful if you'd give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And when you do, don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload new content. If you'd like to buy a copy of my safari book From Sunrise to Sunset, just follow the link below the video. Till next week, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands and wear a mask where necessary, while continuing to maintain social distancing, because we're not quite out of the woods yet. Even me. Take care, folks. Bye.